ever see sales volumes like we did in 2006 or 2007?
Yes, I do. It'll be a long time, and it'll be for the right reasons. It won't be because of financing. It won't be because of housing demand and population growth and employment growth. But I think that we will see it, and I hope it's in my career. But I think it'll be a little later on this decade.
I think overall it's going to be tough. It's like Bud said, it's going to be tough to get to, but I think Eagle will see the demand for its product and the volume for its product match 2006 again pretty soon. And that's probably due to the attrition in the industry, much more so than demand resuming to '06 levels.
Well, not only attrition, but really the way that we're taking our product and maintaining the quality of our locations and the talent of our sales team.
And we pay higher commissions.
What is the largest
trips to the breakers?
What is the largest driver of new home demand?
Employment growth.
It is certainly employment growth. You need employment growth, but it's the largest driver is household change. Families growing, families being formed, people entering the workforce, being able to get a job. So it all is tied together.
It's really interesting. In about 10 minutes this morning, we're going to get the jobs report. We're expecting 200,000 non-farm payrolls numbers. So it'll be really interesting in 10 minutes to see that number.
Where do you see interest rates going?
Well, I see them fluctuating in a little bit higher range than what they have over the past 18 to 24 months. But I see them pretty well bound into a range very similar to what we see today. I know that there's talk about interest rates going significantly higher, and I guess they could. But I think that they'll fluctuate between around 5 to 5.5%. Certainly, there's a lot of factors that go into that Brian knows a lot more about than I do.
Well, we had breakfast with a very interesting bank group the beginning of last week, and my worry, if there is one about mortgage rates, is what happens when Fannie Mae and FHA start easing back on guaranteeing most all loans in the United States. And the answer from this particular bank, which is a pretty large regional bank, said that loan demand is down across all other sectors within their bank. So as the federal government eases off of the gas pedal, we anticipate banks starting to hold mortgages that'll keep the prices of those mortgages down. So I'm hoping that really helps relieve the pressure on the governmental agencies.
Well, with the underwriting criteria tightening up and new regulations that are really yet to come into effect, but I think are being practiced right now, mortgages are a better investment than they once were. And this bank has recognized that to keep their profitability up because the underwriting standards are higher. They've become good investments now. And so I think that in and of itself, with banks wanting to maintain profitability, will help keep things in a tighter range.
But the best way to protect your home buyer is to have them buy now and lock in today's low interest rates. And we pay higher commissions. And you get a trip to the breakers.
How did you know or feel that there was a bubble in 2006?
When we made more money selling lots than we did when we built a house. That was my clue. What was yours?
Well, when you're in the bubble or on the bubble and you don't feel it, you're not paying attention. It was amazing when we saw prices on products double. It was pretty easy to see, really, if you were looking for it. And we're a little paranoid, so we were looking for it.
What steps did you take to make sure Eagle could outlast a prolonged downturn?
Proper capitalization of our company. Long-term financing. We had a 3-year financing commitment in 2007 that got us through the downturn with a wonderful bank. And we unloaded a pile of land inventory in 2006 and 2007. Those are the three things that stand out in my mind. How about you?
Well, we took steps early. Bryan just mentioned about selling land when other people were hungry for land. But we recognized probably during our most active time that we needed to start leaning down in a number of different areas and became more disciplined in what we did and where we did it. So I think just reacting quickly and taking a little pain early helped a great deal going forward.
And we never went to the exurbs.
And we never took advantage of a lot of crazy financing that was available during that time.
How does it affect Eagle to have Ryan as the #1 home builder in Richmond?
Can I take that?
You can take part of it.
I'm gonna take the whole 2 minutes then. No, just kidding. It is. I think one of the most important things for that has led to our ability to withstand the severity of the downturn. It's well known that Ryan does not build a whole lot of inventory units, and since 2007, Eagle has pretty much existed mostly on the ability to build fresh inventory at adjusted prices, and probably 70% of our volume over the last 2 or 3 years has been speculative inventory. So as there was very little competition in the marketplace that was able to build speculative inventory without bankers' permission, we were able to do that. Still to this day can do that, pretty much build what we want, when we want, and are able to adjust our pricing as needed.
I think that all of that is absolutely paramount with that, but Ryan is a completely contrasting builder to Eagle, and it complements us to have them as the #1 builder. Ryan competes on price and pace and location. They're in good locations, and they're driven by a different metric than what Eagle's driven by. They're led by a corporate headquarters that really looks at Wall Street and what Wall Street thinks of their stock. Whereas Eagle competes on location, customer service, quality, higher commissions,
Trips to the breakers.
trips to the breakers, and we're driven by a lot of hardworking associates, and a founder whose vision is his greatest talent. And so our homeowners benefit from those things, and it gives us a nice contrast with Ryan.